Hi, this is a tutorial for a do-it-yourself Adventure Time Finn backpack. I bought felt just by the yard at the craft store. You can probably find other material. This one's just easy to work with because it's stiff and it doesn't fray and it's inexpensive. Although it does pill, that's the only problem with the felt. But this is what I chose for now. So I have a dark green, a light green, a cutting board, some scissors, and then I use some chalk if I need to draw lines because you can brush that off. And then I have a button. It came in a 2-pack, and I'll put that on the top. I wish it were a little bit darker, but that's what I have for now. And I know some people use black buttons also. So what I did is I started off with each piece, each color, with a square, a 16-inch square. And then you need to cut that in half, so 8 inches, and then round out the edges. So I'm just going to take one piece of the one that I have already done, so they'll be equal, and I'm going to just draw in my lines here of how I rounded that out. And then what you can also do is fold it in half like this to try to get them equal on both sides. And I'm just guessing of how round the edges I want them to be. And then fold it in half again, just so they'll be equal. And then cut that side. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to make the edges nice and clean with the sewing machine. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is cut this piece in half, like I have the green one here, because you need to have a piece for the bottom and a piece for the top, so it'll come together like this. Okay, I sewed each half together, the light green and the dark green, just placed them like this, so then when you have that open, then you'll have the circle. Then also I have sewed my button on. You need to do that before you sew it together because it's easier. And I want to have access into my backpack. So when these are placed together, I decided to have access here at the top. So what I did is I just folded it over maybe about a 1/2 inch or so. And then I just sewed right there. And then before I sew these 2 halves together, I also need to make my straps and attach those to the back piece. So I have 2 of each color. So I will go ahead and sew this right on one side only to make the long strap, 1/2 of each color. And after I've sewed this on this part, I will take the whole length of it and I will just fold it in half. And each piece is 4 inches by 12 inches. I finished sewing the 2 straps. So I didn't turn this one inside out yet, just to show you I did the whole length here and then the middle. And then I went ahead and just turned it all the way inside out so it looks like a tube. You want to make sure your seam is in the middle on the inside. And then this is just the back flat part. I measured 3 inches down. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 inches across, and then the 4 inches would be right in the middle of this strap right here. And then I just cut a slit just enough to fit the strap inside, and this one I went ahead and sewed, and I did do at least a little over an inch, 1.25 inches or more. I measured this is for my son who's 8. So I measured the strap to fit him. You could adjust it how you need to. and I just put it in the slit and did a straight stitch there. So here I just cut the slit and I just fed it through like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, and I did measure, it's not, from the bottom of the dark green area, I did more, 1, 2, 3, 4 inches instead of 3 inches from the bottom. But I did the same amount across. So I went ahead and put that through the slit. And I'll adjust it to where I need to. And then I'll just sew straight across there. And then you can trim off the edges. And then when I'm done with both straps, I will go ahead and sew it all the way around, leaving the hole at the top. I just finished stitching the opposite sides, inside out, all the way around the edges. I didn't trim that off yet, but I will. I wanted to see how it turned out. So this is the top. I'm going to turn the right side out. Okay. That's how it looks in the front. And there's the back. I went ahead and put some fiber fill stuffing in it to make it more round. And there's my son with his fin hat. I just used a tutorial. It was Frederator.com for the hat. I used felt for that also. And the sword is just from the store. So there's the finished product. Thanks for watching.